Welcome back to the Careless Podcast. I am your host, Leilon, and today we are back with episode number 4. I am so happy to be back. Happy Sunday. I hope that you are having a great Sunday. Today we have a guest, a very, very, very special guest. My mom, I'm so excited to have her here. And two Virgos, two mics. Let's get into it.
Let's do it. Hey.
All right, Mom, tell a little bit to the audience, to us, about you and, yeah, outside of being a Virgo.
What do you want to know?
No,
I love questions.
tell us about you.
My name is Jamie,
Uh-huh.
and no, because
This is our first podcast.
I thought you was gonna ask me questions,
This is not an interview. I'm sorry.
right? And I am here, excited to be on the Careless podcast. So proud of you. About me, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm an energy healer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I also work in tech.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's, some of that's about me.
Just a little background, like, outside of being a mom.
Yes, I'm a parent.
And it's not just me. We also have a little brother as well. So the three of us. This is my duo. This is the duo, but our trio, we're missing one. Mm-hmm. But yes, what else?
what else do you want to know?
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for next part. Anyway, so we're so glad to be here today. Today we are going to be talking about some touchy things. We're going to talk about generational healing. We're going to get into some of her healing work as well. Obviously, she's my mom, so a lot of her impact and things like that, definitely rubbed off on me, and a big reason why I started the podcast. So thank you so much for being here. We're about to get into it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so still no cue cards. You shouldn't be judging. You really shouldn't. You really need to. I'm sorry. We are doing the phone today to help guide the conversation today as well. But again, it will be personable. So yeah, we're about to get into our conversation. So I did text her a few things that we're going to be talking about, touching on, and things like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Huh?
I didn't read it. But, just I'll feed off of you. Go ahead.
We can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
You said you didn't read the text.
I didn't read it. I mean, I scanned it. But go ahead.
She don't give a. And one thing about her, I just want a nice disclaimer. She don't give a F. She don't. Not one.
I am in that era of like, it is what it is. And it's okay.
What it is.
And it's fine.
I'm sorry. So a little bit about us. Obviously, we're both Virgos. We were born on the same day. We share the same birthday.
Yeah, she stole my birthday, but it was fine.
We share the same birthday, and so we have a lot in common. So this episode is going to be called Like Mother, Like Daughter, Not Quite. Okay, so let's see. What's our first topic that we're going to go ahead and get into? Alrighty. So I decided to have her, have you as a guest because I wanted to talk about healing mother and daughter, or just motherly conversations. I know that sometimes it is a touchy subject just because not everybody has the same experience. So yeah, I want to talk a little bit about generational healing, a little bit about what you do, what inspired that, what inspired your journey in motherhood as well. So
okay, see that's a nice segue. Thank you.
It's not
an
an
handle
interview.
that.
It's not an interview.
I thought it was. But oh wow, we're going back that far. Wow. Okay,
Yes.
I gotta remember. I remember. So I was younger. I was in my early 20s, and I was ready to have a child after partying for a whole year. Like, I had so much fun. Like, I partied every single day for a year. But anyway, but then I knew once I became pregnant, I was like, all that stops, right? So I started going to the bookstore, but I'm a book person, because even before that, I would always go to the library. Mm-hmm. And I was reading stuff. You know, this is before like the internet. Reading stuff, reading books. I always had this like expansive mind, even when I was really naive. So what's this gonna be about at 2 hours? As I go
just keep on going. Just keep on going. Just keep on. Y'all gotta worry about the timestamp. Just keep on going. I'm sorry. What the? No questions. What the? Okay, I'm sorry.
So
y'all.
So so I started going, so I was like pregnant, and it was like no going out really like that. And then so we go to Barnes and Nobles, and I remember this specific book. Do I remember the name of it?
Right, shout out to the book.
The Purpose Driven Life. Okay. So I started.
The Holy Bible?
No, The Purpose Driven Life. I forgot the author. But that book opened my mind. I was like, oh my God, like what have I been doing with my life? And I was around your age. I was 23 again. Like, what have I, because I just didn't know the information that was in her. I was like totally ignorant to it. So so that started my journey of like wanting to change, wishing to change. Because I grew up in the streets of Philadelphia, okay? That's a hard city.
Yes.
But the one thing about it that helped me was like the street smarts. I have like, so anywhere I go, I always have that.
Intuitive,
and sometimes that puts me ahead of people who are kind of more oblivious of certain things, in a sense. So, but I'm not better than anyone, but I'm just saying it just gave me a certain point of view. But so yeah, that book helped everything, helped start the change. Yes, the change was slow, but it opened up my awareness to my decisions and choices moving forward.
I love it.
And the generational healing and stuff like that, that didn't start, that's a part of the later journey in my life. And I will say, so when I had Leilani, I was naive. So I didn't know a lot of things. Sure, I always had love, always. So I was a loving mother, learning on my own, things like that. And, but the generational healing things, that's more the like last, 5-6 years of things that I've been doing to unwind the karma and ancestral trauma that's generally passed down in families.
Yes.
So it's important to do it for myself, but then ultimately make you and, my kids' life easier and generations going forward. So that's definitely a conscious choice and decision and work that I do every single day.
And I love that because 100% we've, as children, you watch your parents kind of grow and you watch them be on their own journey. And I think a lot of the times, like, I kind of look at you and I'd be like, she is just a girl like me. Like, I'm not like that, but like, it's like this, just a girl, like you're just learning. Like, even though they, they show up as your parents, they, put on their everyday, that powerful suit, that superwoman suit, underneath is like, you're still learning, you're still growing, and it's okay to sit and be where you are, but understanding that you have the power to change your circumstances and opening your mind is I know that's something that's a little bit touchy as well. Just because, maybe just because I feel like I was a little bit kind of shy when she first started her journey. It was intense. I ain't gonna lie.
It was. And that's the thing you say, and just a girl, I get it, but it's like, it's a development, it's a level up, it's steps, it's, things in time, not only in time, implementation of the lessons that you're learning, and then get to a level of mastery on each level, each layer.
Yes.
So it was a lot of work. It wasn't hard work, but it was consistent work, repetition, things like that. But I am a female, but it's like, that's already a lot.
Yes.
Women bring forth life. Of course, yeah, sure, we need the help of a masculine man, of course, absolutely, because we couldn't do it without them. But the divinity of that whole process of birthing. And then women carry the light, more in certain aspects and areas. So, but the issue is most of us suppress it, or we just don't have the awareness, just like I didn't in the beginning. So we really, a lot of us walk around like not really knowing who we are, our power, our divinity, stuff like that. So
I love that. And that is kind of what the Care Less podcast is all about. My learning, my journey, growing together, even through the growing pains and things like that. And in honor of what she just said, happy International Women's Month. Don't play. This is the perfect episode to stop. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry.
Happy International Women's Month, y'all, to all of the audience out there. But yeah, I love that you touched on that because, especially just growing up, kind of navigating and learning and understanding what steps to take or what not to take. So what do you think were some of the things that you, outside of what you, it's so, just breathe.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta breathe through that. That's a lot, but go ahead, finish.
I'm nervous. And, you know what? We're going to take a slight pause there because I was also seeing some of the comments from some of my friends or just some of my family or just, as they're watching the podcast. I do want you guys to know that when you're recording, it is very nerve-wracking. Right. So I was seeing some of my friends like, oh, girl, you nervous, or oh, girl, it is kind of intense.
Care less.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Yes, you have to do that. But I just wanted people to know that, like, it is because you was about to be or nervous. You're nervous.
I'm not nervous.
Oh, good. Yeah. Well, yeah, that was a big part of the reason.
On the way, but go ahead.
Yeah, I figured.
A little bit,
but no, that was like, we do have, other people just watching. It's not just the camera in us. So sometimes, I do get nervous. So I just want to be transparent.
And that's okay. That's a natural human behavior. And it's important. This is why I was like, I'm nervous because I'm like, how far do you want me to go? That's natural human behavior. And I worked with a client on just last Sunday. And
what kind of client? Give us
one of my energy healing clients. And so I've been working with her since August of last year. And I'm just like, it's important for us to feel safe in environments, not to feel scrutinized if we misspeak or make a mistake or something like that. Like in your true circle of friends, people who really, truly love you, not, a lot of fakes, phonies, and frauds that, go around in the world. Like, it's important. I shouldn't have to feel scrutinized by people who claim that they love me because I say the wrong word or say the wrong adjective or,
Right.
We're all here to learn, period. It's not about perfectionism. Yes, we're Virgos, and I know, child, that's a struggle. But overcoming that, like, it doesn't, and then at the end of the day, none of it matters.
Yes, because I'm still here showing up, caring less, doing more. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm sorry.
It just doesn't matter. But I feel like that's a cover for people, their own issues to, like, project on you. Like, oh, you should be perfect. You have to just, but it's really a reflection of them. Yes. So it's like not working on, and I know it takes time, building your foundation to not take these things personal because those are just projections.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Thank you for that. We love that. We love that.
You were going to go talk about the gender. You said, what if you were asking a question and you were
next topic.
Go ahead.
It's time for the next one. But time is just moving along. I don't want it to end. Okay, wait, what was I going to say? Because
you were going to ask something about what was your most important lesson?
Oh, yes.
Something like that.
Okay, so outside of the amazing journey that you did have and the resilience that you've displayed along the way as well.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't always amazing, but go ahead, carry on.
It sure wasn't. One thing about this podcast, we are going to tell the truth, honey. 100%. 100.
Because we're not going to paint the picture like it was, there was a lot of sacrifice, survival mode.
Yes.
Even struggle, but again, the struggles were self-inflicted things because of my naivete and ignorance.
Yes.
So, but I had many big lessons. But,
I didn't get to the question yet.
Well, I'll help you out. See, that's why I was like, well, how much you? I don't want to take over. I don't want to dominate, but you asked, so I'm going to answer. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Definitely boundaries, setting firm boundaries, not being taken advantage of, making sure you notice when people, their intentions. Are they here to take advantage because they like your light or your energy, or because they're trying to fill some kind of void,
right?
Things like that. Like not being willing to be used. I know for me personally, I've settled my whole life, and I'm just like, no. So now my boundaries are just so firm with,
yes.
and I mean with everybody,
yes,
including you. No, it's but like even cut. My parents,
it's time to cut.
No, but with even my own mother, like everybody, and it's just, and you just have to stand in your truth, and it's like, because this is about me, just like yours is about you. I know on your last podcast you were like, I taught you this, but we come, we come in when you're born alone. I mean, of course, if you have twins or triplets, you are born alone, and then when we die alone. So that's a big indicator to focus on you.
Yes.
You don't have to put other people before you. It's about you.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, of course, care about people, but you have to build up. You don't have to. You can choose to build up the self first. That could be your main priority. Carry on.
I love that. And you already answered my next 10 questions.
Perfect. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Because you want me to talk, and then say, I'm talking too much. I knew it. Go ahead.
I didn't say it was too much. She has to stop. No, but you did answer the question, because I was going to ask, like, what were some of the biggest challenges? Because I think a lot of people, when they're elevating and they're about to make, big decisions, when it's, in regards to removing people from your life that you feel like you need, or you feel like you have to stay, or you have to be in this relationship, whether it's platonic or romantic, what were some of those challenges? What did they look like? I know you did touch on some of them, about survival mode, and I must have forgot. I'm just playing. But yeah, survival mode and things like that. So what were, outside of that, like, you did overcome those challenges, but what were some of those, or what would be some advice that you would give to someone starting that journey?
Okay, so a big part of my evolution was being willing to accept and hear the truth, right? And not run away from the truth, because at the end of the day, truth is truth. Truth feels light, lies are heavy. So once I had the acceptance, like, wow. So, and then with the truth, when you're sitting with yourself alone, you have to face certain things, certain choices, decisions you made, and people, yourself, whatever. So that's big. Yeah. If you can handle the truth, accept the truth, know the truth, then eventually you'll start speaking the truth and becoming the truth.
Right.
So you can't you don't need to run away from that, because you're always true to yourself.
Right.
So that part, and then when I started accepting the truth, of course, then I had to work on it within myself. Then I had to scan my environment, my people, the person I was married to. That was the biggest obstacle. Like, wow, this is not real. Like, you're faking, you're making this, so all this stuff, and then then ending it.
Yeah.
Like, no, I no longer choose this. Oh my God, the biggest lesson for your audience, I just thought is you can always make another choice. You can commit to people and whatever, but it's not permanent, meaning you're not, you can exit if you feel like it's not the right place for you on your path. You don't have to stay locked in there. You're not like a prisoner, is what I'm saying.
For anything, any reasons. Because I think that was one of my biggest things. It was like, I'm scared to leave a relationship, but they're not cheating, or they're not, they're not lying, or they're not, it had to be like a categorized, like something super bad, but it could just be, they're not communicating. They don't understand you. They're not, it could just be something as small as that. It doesn't always have to be something so major like cheating or something like that. You can remove yourself when you choose, as you choose.
You can make another choice. Yeah. Yes, you may disappoint other people and all that, but like I said, your journey, your life is about you, your choices. We are here to learn, and your learning experiences. So, yeah.
I love that. Yeah, that was so good. And I think that that's very encouraging and definitely something that I needed to hear myself because I do find myself sometimes and I honestly didn't really want to touch on romantic relationships on the Careless podcast because that ain't none of your business. I'm sorry. But no, we definitely do have to touch on romantic relationships
Because
because
that's one of the
it's all a
biggest
part of
thing
it.
in the, one of our biggest things
Yeah.
as humans that, we desire
Yeah.
is, some, love.
Mine's is money.
Maybe yours is
Success.
both. But that's
Okay,
almost
thank you.
everybody's, love, money,
How do you know what mine
stability.
is?
That's natural.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yes. Next next topic. Okay.
So I'm saying no. The point is you should include it and infuse it whenever you feel the need, because people would like to hear your input on that
Yes.
and your experience, learn from you, and it helps you when you talk about it.
Yes.
Because then when you start talking about your journey, it gives other people permission to do the same.
I love that. And accountability. I think that, even though the podcast is called Care Less, I'm still, navigating my journey of caring less and doing more. So it's something that's a learning lesson and growing pains for me. So I did want to be transparent about that as well. It's like we're taking your hand, we're holding your hand, and we're taking you on this journey with us, and you come in, okay? Because you need to. Okay. We also did want to touch on I do want us to talk a little bit about business because for a lot of you that do know, or maybe some that don't, we did recently have a very special, special to me, our brand, the Jelly Shop, that we started back in 2021, and we decided to temporarily close in 2024 with no explanations or anything like that. So I do want to talk about our journey with that, building that, watching that grow. Maybe any advice that we'd like to share, going in as mother daughter, and then business partners as well. So
The advice is that I'm a big my learning in my life. A big part of that is failing forward. So, I have had like a lot of failures, but I've always learned from each one. So if I'm failing forward, starting different businesses, different brands since the beginning of time for myself, then once you get, to the next one and get the next idea and the blueprint, you have material, which is also wisdom acquired from the last failures that you can apply and get closer to, your goal or success. So everything that I've done within the Jelly Shop, I've learned from past failures.
yeah,
So that part, yeah. What do you have? Oh,
what?
well, I only execute ideas that come from my team, my spiritual committee team, spirit team. You asked.
Yes.
Okay, so I have an invisible spiritual committee, okay? And we conversate telepathically.
Yes.
You know this because
Yeah.
I do that mostly in private. But I ask for information. They give me the information. I only make moves on this information. I don't do anything else. So the jelly shot was an idea from my spirit team.
Mm-hmm.
I was asking for $1 million idea, which I ask all the time. And I don't know how, but one day I stumbled upon, I think I saw the jelly, a video of somebody applying. I'm like, oh my God, I would love that, right? So I went looking for it, couldn't find it.
At all.
At the time you had to go to an esthetician only to get it, right? And it was like rare. It was only a few people. So I was like, I'm gonna look for this product. I've been sourcing products since you were born, like import, export, not export, import. So I went to my Import Connects. And I was like looking. It took me like I don't know a year or two, something like that, to actually maybe a year to find it, and to find it the way I needed it to be, like without the like large MOQs, minimum order quantities. And then I finally found it, and then the rest is implementation of the idea.
Yes.
And when I get stuck, like, oh my God, I go to my committee
So
spiritual
how do
committee
we
that
get
is.
this committee?
Okay. Well, everyone has a spirit team or some kind of angel or, someone guide who watches over them. But you have to invite them in. They don't force, you have to ask,
Right.
right? So a big part of my journey that I didn't talk about is like being willing to be alone, right? So when I saw my life falling apart in those moments, I had to be alone
Yeah.
and to go within and to ask questions like, and to learn who I really was without the
Yes.
distractions, without the noise, without other people's opinions and inputs. So I
Yes.
spent a lot of time alone. And then that's when I started to learn who I was and quiet enough to hear the inner voice. And the inner voice is truth. It speaks truth to you. It's not going to direct you, negatively. Now, some people may have inner voices, but that's like their negative ego leading. So you have
Yes.
over time you have to learn a distinction: what's leading, the truth or the negative ego. And another way to find that out is, like I said, truth feels light, lies are heavy. So if you feel heavy or anxiety, worry, any kind of like negative emotion, that's the opposite. So once you get quiet within, you just simply ask to start showing up in my life,
Yes.
leading me, guiding me. It's kind of like praying, but it's similar, but it's a little different. I consider it, but
Another
yeah,
form.
right.
And that's the thing, is like I do want to touch on like, a little, I don't well, I guess I would say that that's religion, spirituality is religion.
Not, huh? You said is it? No, not mine. Isn't religion. It's like a spiritual journey.
Okay. Well, because you have to tell a little bit about, they don't, some people may not understand what you're talking about.
I don't know if I want to go on a religion topic. I just feel like that's more of a man-made thing.
Mm-hmm.
Spirituality for me is more when you go within, you
Yeah.
find God.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing, is like, one thing that I would, just because like, obviously, like, we were born on the same day, but we're two completely different women. So we have two different perspectives and two different ideas and things like that. But I also love being diverse with with my spirituality, as she's, talking about her spiritual journey. But understanding that there are no limitations for me personally, because I feel like a lot of the times maybe it is that like little inner voice that maybe what you were saying was like the negative ego that's kind of louder than what your truth is. And I feel like a lot of the times you may believe something or something may happen where you're kind of feeling like, oh, like this could never, or this could not be, you're kind of psyching yourself out of what's true, or what what you're trying to experience, because based on her her spirituality and her journey, it's going to be different, and it's personable and something that's within. So just exploring that and understanding that what you're feeling is real and what you're feeling is valid, I think that that's one of the biggest things that I would tell myself as I've been going to the journey alongside her as well. So yes, you guys, but we're going to be talking more about this. And if you have any questions, make sure to drop them down in the comments. We love curiosity. And yeah, so I'm glad we touched on that, because that was something that I really wanted to talk about because it's personal. Okay, what else? But also, I did want to mention also, we were talking about the jelly shop too. And yeah, that was another thing. It was like one of those things that it wasn't something that like we planned or like planned for months. It wasn't any heavy hard work. Do you think?
Um, I wouldn't say hard work, but yes, implementation, structure. Yes, I did a lot of that, that part. And I mean, it was good. We made a lot of money.
Yeah.
We did. And it was kind of our own little revolution.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it was consistency, building, yeah, all of that. Like real business.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, definitely a lot of structure, definitely a lot of planning. Consistency is one of those things. Even though I know it's kind of cliche, like everybody's like, consistency is key, but no, really showing up every day, really posting every day, really marketing to people, or, getting in their faces, making sure that, what you have to bring to the table, whether it's a business idea, whether it's maybe another podcast or your vision, understanding that connecting with people, building a community, that's one of the things that I feel like we did, because we started as a mother-daughter duo. So already people are like, We love that. We're here for that, you know. So we got a lot of support during those times. So I definitely
And I had a little tip.
appreciate all of that.
Yeah.
Appreciate all the support.
My little tip is like handle it like a real business, because I feel like, and this is no shade, it's gonna sound a little shade, but some people talk about doing business, but their legal isn't in place, their compliance isn't in place, you know, their business structure isn't in place. So it's like real business, like your LLC, your tax information, your address, your business bank account, like stuff like that.
Yes, making sure that it's not just about a post and a logo and a
taxes.
You know, taxes are due.
Said your taxes. I said your taxes.
I hope not, child. 'Cause I don't know nothing about that.
No, I'm just saying. Okay.
Woo, child. But yes, definitely make sure you know that you're handling us and the communication too. Business communication, learning how to talk to people as well. The professionalism and things like that.
It shouldn't be hard.
Woohoo.
With ChatGPT these days, it shouldn't be hard to do. Like if you don't have an experience, just
shout
run
out
it
to
through
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Shout out to ChatGPT. I mean, I pay that $20 subscription. I mean, every month. That is one app on my phone that always gets paid. Apple can take the money whenever. ChatGPT is my new best friend, and I remember my sponsorship.
No,
I'm sorry.
I have my AI marketing team because it's working for me right now. My AI marketing team.
We love AI. Shout out to AI. Shout out to our what is it? Artificial intelligence. Mm-hmm. Get it done. Get it done. If you don't want to do it, it'll do it for you. No, but you know what? I need to drop some ChatGPT hacks because my ChatGPT. Oh, she knows me. She knows me. She is my friend. She talks like me. I had to adopt my language. How do I talk? How do I speak? Speak back to me. Make content that reflects me. I send it pictures. And no talk back either. She don't talk back. I don't tolerate. I don't play with my ChatGPT. That is my girl. She talks like me. She helps me a lot with my captions. She helped a lot with the Jelly Shop. Even though ChatGPT wasn't
around really.
Yeah, towards the end, I definitely used it. But yeah, in the beginning, that was all me. So good with it. The periods, the commas, the exclamation marks. And yeah, so I got to drop some ChatGPT hacks, honey, and some prompts and stuff because you got to make it you. Okay. Thank you. Shout out to ChatGPT. Okay, so let's go to our next topic. Oh, you don't have to say okay. I usually do. Yeah, you don't have to say okay. You don't have to say that. Oh my gosh, we talked about so many things. Okay, so now I do want us to play like a little game of who's more likely to. So this is like a fun little Q&A that we're going to play. Who's more likely to mother-daughter edition? Who's more likely to cry at a movie?
For sure. Avatar movie.
Or
not just any movie.
You love Avatar.
I love Avatar too. It's the best. Anyway.
Avatar puts me to sleep. You love Avatar.
It's a very spiritual movie.
Like you be wanting to jump in the screen and be one. You love Avatar.
I think I was one of them. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Who's more likely to start an argument and then act innocent?
You definitely.
I think. Oh, we're gonna have to come back to that one. It's like it would probably be both. Two Virgos, yeah, it's kind of giving both. Maybe me. Okay. Who's more likely to spend money and then act broke?
Definitely you. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I thought she'll give an F. You know? No, I don't act, and I'm not. I don't act
She'll
broke
have
at
money,
all.
like a lot of men in job. But go ahead. But I think you got better within like the last year or two. Like a year, last year.
What?
You've gotten better. You used to really do that heavy.
I'm sorry.
But go ahead. God, what's the next one?
Yes, child. One thing about me, do not ask about my funds, honey. Don't, because it ain't none of your business. Okay, let's see. What's another? Who's more likely to apologize first? Neither.
Me.
Neither.
Me.
Probably yes. After 24 hours.
No, that's not true.
After 24 hours.
Okay, carry
Okay,
on.
thank you. Who is more likely to say I'm fine when they're not?
You.
Yes, for sure. Probably me. Okay, cute. I love that. Okay, that was something
It's all about
light.
you.
Huh?
Go ahead.
What did you
I
say?
said those are all about you. Nothing. Go ahead. I'm just.
Okay, thank you. Just like, Okay, so and what time is it?
Right?
You got 38 minutes.
Okay. Okay,
Oh,
perfect.
okay.
Okay, so now we are gonna go ahead and sort of wrap this episode up. I know. I was like reading some of the comments and talking to some of my friends, and they're like sending me videos. They're like, I don't want this to end.
Really?
Right? We can
I
add another
love
hour
it.
now.
Not today.
run that YouTube time up, baby. And make sure also that you're subscribed. Even if you have to pause the video, make sure that you're subscribing, liking, and commenting to interact with us because we want to know what you're thinking and how you're feeling.
And maybe you'll drop my link, but I'm
Yes.
really more so selective. Is for certain people really ready for that
VIP
journey.
only, aka VIP. It's like if you're looking to start your healing journey, or even you're just curious, it's okay to be curious. Yes,
absolutely.
you definitely have a bunch of social media accounts,
Nothing.
where you're doing so much amazing work and working with people and their souls. I love it. And yeah, so tell us a little bit about where we can find you. And then I do want to talk about one more thing, and then we've got to wrap up.
My YouTube is Frequency Goddesses, and that's so my Instagram. Actually, all of them. Frequency, yeah.
And it's not just for women.
No.
What's
absolutely.
men goddesses? What's the alternative?
God?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God and goddesses. Okay, cute. That's cute. Steve.
Well, remember I just finally looked at my YouTube analytics because you were looking at, and it was 60%, 64 or something percent of men watch my stuff, which I was
Nice.
surprised. I'm like, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
But I really think they do because of the rare experience.
Yes,
Like they don't see
VIP.
a lot of. Anyway.
I love that. So yes, definitely make sure that you're checking out her pages.
Unless it's exes.
No X's
Dusty.
allowed. No Dusties. No Dusties. We are not taking any Dusties
Return
in
to
2025.
sender.
Return to sender. On that ass.
All of them.
And from no fake pages either.
Because who is Solomon Jones?
Who is watching my mama
I'm
page
just
from
kidding.
Solomon Jones?
We
is
know, but it's
we
okay.
know who it is.
We
but
don't
we ain't
know.
No
but we have
shade.
an
No
idea.
shade.
It's fine.
We
Go
know
ahead.
it's you. But show up as yourself. Take this time to care
Right.
less and
Don't
do
be
more.
a coward.
Don't.
Own it. Own it. Go
Don't.
ahead.
And it's okay to be curious.
Yes.
From your real page with your real name.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, so and then I also do want to wrap this up a little bit about talking about the mother-daughter relationship, right? Because a lot of people do, like I have like some of my friends and things like that, some family members who just really adore, like whether they say it or not, like they may not say it around like her, because it's strict, but it's like it's not strict. We play all day, but a lot of people do compliment and like really love our relationship and our bond, and I think that it's important to know that like it takes time. It takes time, and it takes a lot of patience, a lot of communication, and things like that. But yeah, our relationship has definitely grown over the years. Take this time to watch the podcast with your mother. Okay, with your mom, or just take some time to like really understand that like this is your family, like this is who you have, this is who you're here with. Even though she did say we came in alone, it's our life, we got to be so low, we can't be caring about nobody else doing it.
I didn't say you can't care. I said yourself is the priority.
Yes, you're the priority or number one. But yes, let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay, sure. Well, I think a big part of it is like pure, true love.
Yeah.
And it's a distinction between that and the opposite.
Yeah.
That's not true. So, it was a post on TikTok. I mean, Instagram. X. And of course, I had to comment, but it was
It's the
if
sway.
it's the sway. But if the parent does not love themselves,
Yeah.
they cannot give what they don't have.
Yeah.
But I know, we're learned behavior is our parents are supposed to love us and they're supposed to, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And that would be nice if it was,
Right.
that would be ideal, but it's not always the case. People have hard lives, traumas, survive, whatever. And so if you're looking to get that love from a parent and it's not there,
Yeah.
then once you become an adult, you have to choose to learn how to cultivate it within. And a big part of that is downloading it from a higher source other than yourself to fill in the void in those spaces. So I feel like that's the difference. I'm into astrology. I'm an astrologer, and Leilani, I look at her charts and all her stuff, and as I'm looking at my own, she is a person of love, period. Right? So is my son. And me, I am too now, but mine was cultivated and developed and built up. But you guys are an extension of me. So, clearly you're the purest version of it. So mine is, built up.
Right.
But so I think that makes the difference. Like it's real and it's true and it's unconditional. And a lot of love out here is very conditional and fake. So that's my take.
No, I love that you said that, because I was actually, just to wrap this up here, but that was a lot to take in. So that was a lot, and I think that it's going to resonate with a lot of people as well.
Can I say one thing? I know this because I have to say, true pure love is felt.
Yes.
When someone truly loves you and they speak to you or say it, like you can feel it in your body, right? Somewhere you'll feel your body will have a physical response to true pure love. If your body don't have that response, it's not real.
Do the sway on that, honey.
It's not real. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's an illusion, and that's a hard lesson that I had to learn in my own life.
And a hard truth.
Right. Yeah, those hard truths. And
truths.
acceptance of it. It's like, but yeah. Because remember we were watching that show with the friends? And I was like, come watch this. Like one friend, they fell out.
Yeah.
And she was mad at her. And she was about to cut her off.
Yeah.
And she was like, when the other friend who didn't know she realized, like, you're really about to cut me off.
Right.
She poured her heart out.
She did.
Right. She didn't let
Shout
her
out to
egos.
Angie from Southern Charm.
Angie.
What show was that?
That was, what was it? Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Oh.
Angie pulled her heart out because she was
did.
like, this is real love.
Yes.
I know all y'all frauds around me.
Yeah. And I know what it feels for you as a friend.
Yeah,
yes.
she was. And when she did that, Mary, the girl who was about to cut her off, she was like, she saw her heart, and they both just cried and broke down because that was like true, pure love emanating.
Yes.
And you didn't want to watch it at first. And then I was like, no, come see this.
Yes.
And you were like I even just felt the chills just from seeing their experience. Remember, I kept rewinding it and cried at the scene every time because pure love, even if you're just an observer, it's felt within.
Yes.
So that's how you'll know.
110%. And I'm so glad that I can vouch for that, because the scene was like, and I don't know anything about the show. I don't know anything about what she be watching, child. I don't know.
I watch it to learn people's behavior, but go ahead.
Yes.
Reality. Go ahead.
It wasn't a
I know.
Okay. But no, it was really heartfelt, and I feel like it was a great demonstration of friendship. So hopefully I'll be able to find that clip, tag it down below, give it a watch. But yeah, it was definitely transparent, and it was a real moment when, she realized that she was about to get cut off.
Yes.
And she literally opened her heart and told her, like, I care about you, I love you, and I'm sorry.
Yep.
Like, and that's all it takes sometimes.
It is.
When it's true, right?
When
it's true and it's felt.
And I feel
real.
like we all really have that ability. I don't want to paint the picture like, oh, some of us are doing this and some of us are not. No.
Right.
Everyone has the capability.
Right.
But we're often burdened by life, stress, challenges, depression, anxiety, like just different things projected on us, things inherited from our parents. I certainly had all of those things. But that's the healing work, that clearing,
Yeah.
removing, deleting, unlearning, and relearning new information to clear the path
Yes.
to the stillness, the quiet, the true, pure love that lies within us all.
I
I
love
feel
that.
like this is a motivational.
It was amazing. We did so
nice.
good.
Thank you.
2 hours later, we did.
No.
Just playing. But no, I love that we talked about that, and I'm so glad that we added that piece in there because that was definitely something that I needed to hear. Hopefully, that you needed to hear as well. So make sure that you like, comment, share this video with one of your loved ones, or sit down, have a party, have a drink. Okay, we have our lemon. We have we're keeping it cute. We have our lemon water.
Yes, 'cause my drink is usually wine, but this is nice.
My drink of choice is wine too. If there's any wine sponsorship, it's it. Yes, you can get sponsored by certain a couple people. Megan Thee Stallion just launched her new cognac. Anyway, okay, so outside of that, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you, Mom, so much for being here with me and guiding us through this path as she guides me every day.
Yes,
y'all.
Yes. But I'm so proud of you. I'm like, you look like I'm so proud. Every time I watch the episode, I'm like, I'm just in awe. It's like, wow, it's great.
Thank you. Oh,
you're welcome. Did you feel that?
Yes.
You did?
I did. I felt something. I'm not
Proof.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I did. It was like a hug, it was like a hug.
Yes.
Now I got to know how you did that,
girl.
It's like that was like I felt it was like a
yeah,
like a snug. Oh, I love that. Yeah, so that gives you every reason to come back for episode 5 so we can get into it, y'all. Thank you so much for spending this day with us, and I can't wait to have my second guest on episode 5. Any leftover?
That was it.
Cut the camera. No, any takeaway messages?
I've delivered them all.
Girl, she plays all day.
Okay, I will say one thing. I wasn't going to say. You are light. You are the light.
Yes.
And just don't be afraid to let your light shine.
Yeah.
So
let your light shine.
This is like
my grandma mirror.
I don't like when people do cliche thing, and I just.
But it be so true.
But it's true because you are the light. Like we all have it. Everyone has it. We all have the capacity, the capability. Yeah.
Yeah. And consistency mine will be consistency is key. I'm sorry, y'all. It's like mine will be to take everything that you learned from today and maybe apply it to your own life, or maybe share it with a friend or share it with somebody that needs to hear it. Definitely chase your dreams, as I'm doing as well. Catch me on episode 5. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in to Care Less. Bye.